Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Sheikh Sufi Ba. SheikhSufi@gmail.com. CheikHSufi@gmail.com. Opening prayer for the greatest shaman that I know in the West, Brother Ankh, Rising Sun. A'udhu billahi bismillahi inna waliyullahu. A'udhu billahi bismillahi inna waliyullahu. A'udhu billahi bismillahi inna waliyullahu. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin al-Fatihi lima ulika wal-Katimi lima sabaka Nasir al-Haqi bil-Haqi wal-Hadi ila siratika mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wal-Miqdarihi al-Azim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ghair maghdubi alayhim. Wala dwalleen. Alhamdulillah. Dr. Sanada Kamara, co-founder of Temple Mother Earth, sending love, peace, and abundance prayer to everyone around the world.
Aboru aboye aboshishe alafia ubuntu. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Sanda om namah shivaya. I give you praise in the name, shalom, whatever your wonderful, wonderful beliefs and your system of beliefs is, we give praise. But we give praise to the Olodumare, the Oloru, the Somole, the Agbamole, the Funfuni, Legi, Kuku, Tekunani, Samuju, what they room, Mojuba, Mudemo, Male, Mafon, Matibo, Joe. We give praise to the God who is the owner of today, the owner of yesterday, and the owner of all days to come. He to whom the Rumole and Abamole exist to know his laws and command, originating creator, all things discovered and yet to be discovered. We give praise to our grand, powerful ancestors, those wise ones who come, give us directions, light, love, and help us to be able to receive the benefit in our life. We ask that you be able to embrace the great divinity of Rumila, the one who is witness creation, second only to all of the Mari, the owner of medicine, more powerful than medicine, the immense orbit that fought the day of death. He to who is the perfect in the house of wisdom. He is able to heal and to regenerate you creatures of ill luck and bring them perfectly back into homeostasis. Understand?
Family, I am here with a magical moment of young musicians. And this is Kim, Sister Kim, and she has a message about investing into the future musicians of our community. Sister Kim, tell us what you got here.
Hi everyone, Kim, proud parent of children at the Big Apple Leadership Academy for the Arts. We teach HBCU high-stepping marching band to our kids from age 5 and up. It is a free after-school program, tuitionless, and it's open to all. Our kids are amazing. If you can, jump on our website. We're looking for support, donations. Our kids need new instruments so that they can high step on. Our website is www.balaa.org, BALAA.org. And I appreciate the time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And so family, listen up close. We're talking about investing in the artists of tomorrow. By investing in them, if you have a little expendable change to invest in the youth, the genius, this is the opportunity. And in this description on this video will be the details of sending your donation to PayPal or Zelle or Cash App.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you for your support. Our children are the future.
Putting out a call to the warrior in you, to the healer in you, the king, the queen, the magician, the lover in you. Every single day, we are called to walk in our purpose. Answer the call. Lay down your burden and anything that holds you back and take your rightful place. The battle is everywhere. It's right in your face. Let's go.
Welcome to magnets, crystals, and pyramids. Success is your destiny. Love, wisdom, power. Remember always who you are. Yes, yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am. Love, yes, power. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am. Wisdom, power. Master. Yes, I am. Yes, love, wisdom, power. Yes, I am. Say to yourself, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Master. I am. Yes.
Peace, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. This is the recap of the May 18th Moorish Governance, Birthright, and Nationality Claim Conference. We have a special show for you. This is the recap. May 18th, this past Saturday, we had this brother you see in front of you. He was in attendance, Brother Kono. Brother Kono Sankofa Bay was in attendance. We finally got a chance to meet. Yes, so going to have keynote speakers, guests who were in attendance, panelists, and people I've known for a year, 2 or 3 years, but I had never met in person. So it was a good opportunity for me to meet them in person. Right now we have only have Brother Kono up. Hey, Brother Kono. So tell the audience about your experience at the conference.
I had a great experience. Islam, peace and love. Greetings, everyone. I had a great experience. As you said, being able to meet you, Brother Shem, Brother Quasi, Amanda, Pacol. I mean, everyone. I mean, Sister Mia Moore. I mean, Sister Flores. I mean, it was beautiful. I was excited from when I was at the door and I just saw the brothers coming forward. I mean, you see how I'm talking. So I mean, it was epic for me. It was a great event.
Hey, Brother Hank, do we have any others on in the backstage? Kono, you have a book coming up. Tell us about your book, upcoming book.
Yes, the book 1684 to present: How Race and Color Became People. It will be published by this time next year. Also, you will be hearing me promoted in my classes, helping our people elevate YouTube study group classes. I will be promoting my book. We will be talking about Carlos Linnaeus, Francis Benaire, and Johann Friedrich Blumenbach. But yes, the book will be coming in next summer, next spring of 2025.
Awesome. Yeah, the brother's been all that work with that book. We'll have his cover done within next month or two, and we'll go hard in doing pre-marketing. We have Mr. Hurd. Can you put your video on? Unmute your mic.
Yes, brother. I'm in traffic right now. Peace to you.
Oh,
Peace to the
that's
room.
peace. That's peace. All right. Yes. Well, you can unmute your mic.
Yeah, okay.
Tell us about your I got feedback.
Right. That's I was muted up there.
Why am I getting this feedback? I'm better now. Tell us about your experience at the conference.
I'll try to be as brief as possible. I'm on public transportation at the time, but
All right.
I enjoy really being amongst the brothers and the sisters. I appreciate everyone's effort and energy, and I really want to be a part of assisting and facilitating in the future conference if that's possible.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is Brother Her. He was one of the he's on the flyer as one of the panelists. He had to leave out early. We had started a little late, so he had to leave out before we started the panel discussion. My sound is really bad. Kono, you have to take over for me.
That's not you. I think you're talking about Mr. Hurd. But the brother's on the butt. He's on the transit.
He's on the transit. What about me? Her. Hey, what about my sound?
You're good.
My sound is good?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, all right. Thank you, Hank. All right. Yes. Yeah, he's on public transportation. Do we have anybody else? I sent the StreamYard link out to several people. Hank. All right, this is the recap of the May 18th. None on right now. Wow, it's surprising because I sent it out to several people. All right, so we'll continue to talk. Well, my presentation, I introduced brother Shem. You don't have Shem's number, right, Kono?
No, I don't.
It should be on. That you had. Call Terrence and get Shem's number. Call Terrence. All right. Put your phone and put it on mute and call Terrence and call Shem. Yeah, so I introduced Brother Shem Malachi Bey, and in doing so, I talked about my growth and development since studying under him, and that study began in 2019. And so I contrasted where I was and my growth and development prior to studying with Shem and how I grown from those misconceptions that had been in for 25 years. So I read the book summary of Moorish Mondays Part 2, which reflects my growth and development over the past 5 years into international law, into treaty studies. I mentioned that though I came across the treaties, the Moorish treaties in 2008 at the Rutgers University, Clyde Perry Consolidated Treaty Series. I only looked at the treaties from a mere historical perspective, just showing the power, Moorish power. But it was Shem that opened my eyes into looking at the treaties, that the treaties are still enforceable as long as we restore our Moorish government. So that gave me, more resolve, more focus. So you see that growth and development in Moorish Masonry Part 2, as far as the application of treaties enforcement. Where in the Moorish Masonry Part 1, it's more from a historical perspective, where I point out the showing the Moorish power in the treaties. Now you'll hear me speak about the application of the Moorish treaties. For example, you'll hear me in Moorish Masonry Part 2, and you've heard me several times speak about the Salon In 1968, Ceylon had been classified as a new state, as Ceylon attempted to re-enter the international community. The representative of Ceylon challenged the United Nations International Law Commission of Rights and Duties of States that Ceylon was not indeed a new state, but was an old state and should be treated and recognized as such. The representative pointed to the 19th century, which is the 1800s, Ceylon's diplomatic and treaty relations, proving that Ceylon was not an old new state, but was indeed an old and original state. So I said, oh, I can come from that perspective as well with the treaties, with the Moorish treaties. Also, the 1952 case between France and the United States in the International Court of Justice. That was a most favored nations case. France used Moorish treaties, stood on Moorish treaties to win her case. There were three types of treaties to determine the extent of United States extraterritorial consular jurisdiction in Morocco. The primary type of treaties were the Moorish bilateral treaties with 10 European powers between 1631 to 1892. I said, oh, shucks. I said, man, so reading that case, the Ceylon case, looking at international law and recovery of lost sovereignty, reversion to sovereignty, lost sovereignty and methods on how to recover, and examining the Shem Malachi Bey's proposal of a plan to restore national status. Sister's trying to call me. Sister Mia Moore is trying to call me, but people are trying to get on apparently. I'm gonna go ahead, brother Kono.
I talked to Terrence. Terrence called Shem. Shem didn't pick up, but if he calls back, I told him what to tell him, so he should jump on.
All right, yeah, I did talk to him earlier. All right. Okay. So Quasi will jump on once he gets off work.
I just talked.
And I know he has, yes. I know Sister Mia Moore is trying to jump on. Kono, take over for right now. I'm gonna try to get Mia Moore on. All right.
Okay. Okay, peace everyone. I'm a Kono Bay, Sekofa Bay. I'm a baby at this. I'm a student still myself. But as far as the event went this previous weekend, the political governance conference, the birthright conference and nationality claim, the Shem Malachi Bay plan. As I said earlier, it was an epic event. There was so much love. The food was fantastic. Brother Quasi served his smoothies. There was another brother who had healthy drinks as well that he served. I mean, the energy was just amazing. Y'all got to forgive me. I'm new to this, so I'm on the spot right now, but it's all good. So, as I said, I have a book coming out. It will be titled From 1684 to Present, How Did Race and Color Become People, or How Race and Color Became People. And it will be over my 10-part series of the Fathers of the Modern Race Paradigm, going over Francis Bernier, Carlos Linnaeus, and Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, and others who took place in stripping us from our nationality, our birthrights, our identity, and our resources. And so be looking for that book to come out in next spring or next summer of 2025. I have a YouTube platform. It's called Helping Our People Elevate. It's Hope, all one word, Helping Our People Elevate. And I've started my platform last year, and so I'm just getting big into it. So if you have, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to this channel as y'all listening as well. Hit the like button. If y'all have any questions about the event or about the conference, leave a question. I don't really have much to say. I'm not really a talker person, but again, as I said, the conference was a big event, and the keynote speakers, Sister Picola, Brother King, Sister Flores, the panelists, Sister Mia Moore, they were all great people. Islam, brother.
Islam, bro. So for those of the audience who are listening now and in the future, I want you to share, why do Moors greet each other in the words Islam?
Islam means peace, and so Islam is a way of saying, as when I saw you, Islam, I mean peace. So it's a way of greeting each other. You know, from I'm a baby more, so from my understanding, when people speak of Islam, that in the media it's always presented as a negative thing, but Islam as well. Like I said, it means peace, and so it's not a negativity.
So how come you don't say like the Arab Muslims, Assalamu alaikum? How come you say Islam versus Assalamu alaikum?
I say both. I say both. I like just depends on who I'm talking to. I guess there's not really no when or how to say it. I use both. Like if I go to a gas station, or if I go somewhere and I see Arabic, I greet them Assalamu alaikum. You know, I guess to kind of let them know like I'm Muslim as well. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't really. It's not really like. It's the same to me.
All right. Next question is what Daniel Tavares just said. I self Lord and master. Could you give some insight on that?
That's Islam when you break it down, understanding that we govern self, governing self, mastering self, understanding that I, being the universal being, self governs. You know what I mean? The laws of universal laws, not just the laws of that we go by on a daily basis, but I mean, I'm not the best answering these, but I understand it as far as the principle being that I am the master of my abilities. I am the master of my journeys. I am the master of my destiny. Whatever decisions I make is I made those decisions.
Okay, here's another question. Why don't you just say peace? Why do you say Islam? That's a good question. Because what happened. These are not things that most people know, so that's why while we're waiting for Abdullah to come back with his crew, these are some questions that people just say, but nobody stops because people don't want to be looked at in a light that like they're dumb and they're not in on the vernacular. So why don't you just say peace? Why do you say Islam?
Well, that's kind of like, I mean, in the same essence, if I'm on the phone with one of my brothers, one of my Moorish brothers, I may say Islam when as a way of saying hello, or when we get ready to hang up, I may say Islam as a way of saying goodbye. And so it's still the same as saying peace, or it's the same to me. Peace, Islam, or it's the same.
Okay, so what does that mean? I, self, Lord, am, master. Could you go in between the both of you, Brother Kang and Brother Kono? Could you, for those who are new to this, go in on detail? What is the meaning of Islam being the acronym for I, self, Lord, am, master?
We're the masters of our own consciousness, our own destiny. By understanding the more science, it allows us to build everything around us, institutions, schools of thought, to allow us to express ourselves in a way to bring us to the highest consciousness of self-realization, self-preservation. And when we understand these components, we can better project or manifest our destiny in such a way where it resonates ability for us to thrive. So when I think of Islam, as I'm self-Lord and master, I think about it in such a way of being studious to the more science, understanding what our ancestors left for us based on legacy, based on the principles and schools of thought that is needed to allow us to get back in our proper understanding of life, understanding this jurisdiction of life that we're living in, understanding that we have the authority to do whatever according to God's natural law principles. So I yield.
Islam.
That's good.
Like I said, that's
while we're waiting for in this moment, the Muslim brothers who are following the Arabic may say, well, where did you get that vernacular I, self, Lord, am, master? Like the Sunnis or the Shiites. They might say, well, who taught you that Islam represents I, self, Lord, am, master?
again, I'm a baby more to it. So I mean, my understanding, I'm a baby more, like I said, to my understanding, just as me understanding that the science of arm, leg, arm, head, Allah being within. And so understanding that it's the higher self being the higher and lower self being me being taking accountability for my actions.
Okay, so you just said Allah, arm, leg, arm, head. Brother Abdullah, where did that come from?
There have been conscious Moors have taken the word Allah as an acronym, when it's not an acronym, it's an actual word, Alat. Denoting the moon. You have the phases of the moon, Monet, Al-Uza. You have Monet, Al-Uza, and Allah. So the etymology, but it's Allah is not an acronym, but there are conscious Moors who have been teaching that for years, that Allah and using the acronym. And so the I self referring to the Islam as using as an acronym, that came from the teachings of the circles of mothers and sons out of Cleveland, Ohio, the Johnson Bay, and that was actually been pushed, where they had the acronym, the I, the S, the L, the A, and M. And so what it was is just an attempt to teach the people a development a methodology of developing higher consciousness. Moving from a lower state of consciousness, referred to as the lower self, into a higher state of consciousness. But as far as the arm, leg, arm, leg, that is an acronym that was, I don't know who actually, came up with that association, but in its etymology, it has nothing to do with that. All right. So we have
with this insight, bro. Just while we were just
yes, go ahead.
With this insight, brother, y'all kind of put your videos on, man, because just having the icon on, it does a number for the audience. It doesn't do them righteous. Brother Quasi, if you're able to,
I think he's at work. He's in his truck.
Okay, so he's not.
Yeah, he'll be on. Yeah, he's in his truck. He's working right now. But
now this is the question: how would this understanding of us being Moors in America, and I think the last Cherokee chief on the East Coast was a Muslim, and if I remember correctly, check me if I'm wrong, Brother Abdullah, the last Cherokee chief, one of his names was Allah. Is this correct?
I'm not aware of that, but I am aware of the culture. There were old mosques found in South America, and I am aware of that, but I'm not aware of the last chief's name as being Allah.
No, I didn't say a lot. I said Allah.
Allah, you said Allah. I'm not aware. Yeah. I got you.
Okay, so I'm backing out. I'm doing the production. Go ahead and get on with your show.
All right. So once again, y'all, this is Abdullah Mosi Bey, Moorish Monday. This is the recap of the May 18th Moorish Political Unity Conference. We have King El Bey, who was one of the keynote speakers, Quasi Il, one of the panelists. We have Okono, who was in attendance. Brother William Ray was also in attendance. Am I correct? Yeah, Brother William Ray from Detroit was also in attendance. Brother William Wade, put your camera on. You can. Brother William Wade, can you put your camera on?
Can you hear me?
You put your camera on. I can hear you. Put your camera on.
Okay, I'm trying, but I'm on my phone at the moment. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
All right, you in your bed. Yes. Talk about your experience at the conference.
Talk about the experience you said.
Yes.
Oh, it was enlightening. It was a beautiful experience as far as the unity of it all. It's having everybody together in the same building, on the same mind frame and path. Yeah.
All right. So, do you see, Brother William, your experience being at the conference that we can really move forward with the you had the opportunity to hear the keynote speakers, the panelists, speak to the keynote speakers and some of the panelists in person. You know, do you see our moving forward and restoring our national political status in the family of nations with the body, the people that you saw at the conference and those who were not at the conference? That we have other, who were not in attendance, that in which we have connections.
Do I see it?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. All right. We have Sister Luisa Flores, who just joined us. She was a keynote speaker. You've seen her before. She came on with Sister Anitria Alexandria. It was Anitria Alexandria, Sister Sasha. Y'all were on about 2 weeks ago, right? 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so you got opportunity to see, Quasi before, spoke Brother King about 3 or 4 times. All right. So this is not their first time on this platform. And I wanted to lead up to the conference with, the various keynote speakers and panels, so you get opportunity to see you see them on the flyers, you see them on the flyers for the past 2 months, but to actually hear their voice, get their thoughts about the conference and their outreach. All right, so Sister Luisa Flores, you were in attendance. You were one of the keynote speakers. Speak to us about your experience and your outlook for the future. For your mic is on. Unmute your mic. You're muted. You're muted. All right, 1 minute. 1 second, you said. All right.
Okay, can you hear
All
me
right.
now?
Yes, we can. Loud and direct.
Peace and blessings, everyone.
Peace, sister.
I'm glad to be on this platform. I do feel that we planted a seed, and that's why I was making sure that I didn't just bring myself, that I bring the generations after me there so they can see and get used to the environment and the language and the words and the atmosphere, so that they can keep their mind clear on and focus on what's truth, what's really what we need to work on. It's okay to be busy, but we have to be busy for something that's a real purpose, that's larger than ourselves.
Please say that again. Say that again.
Okay?
Woo.
We can't get caught up in the nonsense that we already know what made Malcolm X fall, Marcus Garvey fall, and many others before them and after. So it's a lesson for us to know there's a path to take and there's pass with an S not to take. So we must do it and implement it. And that is why I don't do speeches, because there's so much going on that you have, like when I'm in uniform as auxiliary lieutenant, that was offered to me in that position. Why? Because I was doing the work of keeping everyone safe. Prevention, prevention, prevention. Everyone is going home and no one is going to a hospital. We are here to help and rescue people, not be a liability, nor to create one. So I'm always on top of prevention, prevention, prevention. And that is what we have to do. We know what we need to do by following the men who understands the law well, who understands where we derive from, who understands the true meaning of words and different languages. We can go far. Knowledge is key. So now we're learning the knowledge. We have to resonate it. We have to share it. And that is why every time now how I'm changing, and I started since I came back, or before I even went, I started changing. When I speak now to forums and when I get an opportunity to speak, I say, I have a brother named Abdullah Bey. Can he speak in my behalf? And I just give them an introduction, the logic of the topic of what he stands and speaks for and what I believe in. I just give them a introduction of it, meet and greet, a style, and it just started opening doors. I got calls on my way back to New York, and even today. So, Abdullah Bey, you're going to be very busy in the East Coast. And we have an event coming up. These annual events are coming up, and one is in
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
I'll be seeing you on Wednesday in New York. I'll be there
Right.
this Wednesday.
The one on Wednesday is a
Yeah,
political
let's talk
forum.
about that, sister. Talk about that
And
one.
then the one, but there's another one.
Mhm.
While there was
June
another one. There was
June
another one.
1st.
No, moving forward. You
All
don't
right.
know about this one. I'm trying to
Oh,
share it with you.
see?
That's one thing. You are a good listener, and you do pick up when someone's about to say something. But this sister's a little different, Abdullah Bey. I'm a little different person. So this one that's coming up.
Hey, Monique, mute your mic. Monique,
Monique,
mute your mic.
darling. Monique, I
That's your
need.
daughter. That's your
Yes,
daughter.
she's traveling. She just got off of work.
Tell, tell your tell your daughter if she has to mute you in her mic.
Okay, she's traveling. That's why. Um,
Ah,
there she go.
all right.
Now, the thing is, this one is a 5-day event. 5-day event, and they're giving you an hour to speak. If you want more than that, just let me know. And it's every day in Brooklyn. 5-day event that they have annually. And these are the Africans from different parts of Africa. These are true brothers that's on the West Africa. They give this event every
Yeah,
year
that's
in
that's my line
Brooklyn
out.
for
That's up my alley
five
right there.
days. So we have the platform. If we they gave me the open door for vendors, and my next meeting with them will be next week. But they will be with me this Saturday for my event that I'm having at the in Chinatown, actually in a China bank. We have an office there that we can give events for the holistic healing that I'm a part of. So I will be presenting this platform and resonating, but with material. So I'll be
Mhm.
making copies of Abdullah Bey of understanding what we're doing, and I will be giving that out for them to get on his
Mhm.
platform and learn more about it. You teach them to fish. I want them to fish. I want them to want to seek for themselves and to
Absolutely.
understand, and they can talk and they can ask him questions themselves,
Mhm.
and get the correct information. um and the correct, how you say it, um, language.
Concepts,
Yes,
language, proper
but
concepts,
yes, but
proper
it's
language. Yes.
yes, all of that. Like a student has they professor and they have to learn so the correct way. And so and then you know, I'm a part of the Juneteenth parade in Harlem. We have two, one in front of in the state building, a setup for games and vendors, and then on 116th Street, right across from the Mars, we have another setup. But both sites will have a platform and a stage, and we have, of course, the floats and the marches. So I'm in control of giving them performers and the children. Bring the children from different groups, and even the family. I love for the grandparents to bring their grandchildren, the auxiliaries, the explorers, and I get them to carry all the banners for the parade. So I
Mhm.
actually have been doing that for all of New York City, um, New York City parades, the major ones, the Puerto Rican parade, Dominican
Parade.
parade, so on and
Yes,
so
big
on.
ones. Yes.
So I get the parents and children involved to march, get to, you know, my thing was culture and history. Don't let it die out, because I remember my grandparents fighting for this back in the days when they was trying to take it away and not allow it to come back. So if the Greeks can have their parades, and the Indians and the Italians and the Spaniards can have their parades, I always felt that we should have our own flavor, our own culture. And but moving forward, you perfect yourself, you improve yourself. That's why I chose to stay on this platform and move forward, so now we can do it for a real cause, the reality of it, that we've been living a false life because we are not aware of the truth. So now we have our strength and energy to put it somewhere it matters. It really matters, which is saving our future, saving our children's future. And that is why when I go to events, I make sure I bring family and friends. You have to bring people with you. Don't cannot keep coming alone. And what I used to do also, because I do Kwanzaa, the largest Kwanzaa in Harlem. I do the food, the catering.
Oh, all right.
You know, we do
Okay.
everything
Yes.
in a nutshell. But the thing is, you have to bring your children. And there's times my children weren't around. And I had brung my neighbors' children, and the children that were in the streets, and the children that's playing in the basketball court. Yes, I did. I said, y'all want to go somewhere and have fun and have some free food and get some free gifts, and y'all can play.
That's right.
And I,
That's right.
and I just grab them up and keep it going and bring them to, and then I say, well, while you at work, you don't have to worry about your children, because they here with me at, at Kwanzaa all day long. And yes, I put them to work, come with me, set the ice up, and, give the bottles out, and, I just put them to work, help bring some more chairs out, move some chairs, the ones that's appropriate, of age appropriate, and can follow instructions and strong enough. But I usually let the young men do it. And you got to stick up for our men. That's another. I missed my opportunity on the platform on Saturday. It Things are not working because we're out of alignment. If women are not there to support men for the right reasons, everything will crumble and our children will stay forever lost. As many of us dying, there's not a much replenishing of having newborn babies. It's not matching up by far. So in the future, we already seeing our numbers trickling down because we are out of alignment. The power for women was to support and protect the man, because no other nation of people in this world, that's not their job. That's our job. And we're not doing it. We did it your way. We did it our way. Oh, we super women. We can do it all. But who you left your children as prey. The children is prey now. You at work doing 2.5 jobs, full 2.5 jobs, OT if not. And there's no protection for our children. And I'm saying this because I've been there. Every child I have, bye-bye job. See you later. I already resigned. I have a couple of pages of a resume that I don't even need ever to use. And I'm very happy of that. But when I have a child, I'm home and then I set up shop. Anyone needs daycare, morning care, afternoon care, after school care, I open shop again. And I'm home with my children and my older children and the children that I'm raising. They are my entertainers. Y'all go, y'all boys, take care of these guys. Go play basketball. Your girls come with me. Let's go play softball right there. I had 3 family house, front door, front yard, backyard, and a schoolyard next door. But I took them out. I took them to places, even Bear Mountain, Apollo Theater, the shows, live shows. Come meet some entertainers. Come shake their hands with the people you just met on the screen. Look, they live, they real. Take a photo, take it home, show it off in school. I used to do so many different things. Why? Because I remember when I was a child, things that helped and things that did not help. Things that saved me and things that I could have got caught up with a whole lot of stuff. But because certain things were there for me to replace the negative, and I stayed busy with the positive, my family was subjected to everything out here and still is. So there's no one living a grand life or easy life. Everything is a struggle. When you lose stuff from very beginning, everything from a fire, another fire, and then the fire is not even your fault, nor your family's fault. But nevertheless, you lost everything but your life. Then these floods back to back. And it taught me I will leave and walk away, leave the house, the cars, and everything, as long as I have my peace of mind, my life, and my children's life, and my family lives. That's what made me know and understand. That is the most important thing, is our life to live and where our soul is going. We replenish many things over and over that's man-made, but we cannot replenish the future for our children and for us to stay whole enough and strong and wise enough to have a cutout for them to have a good life in the future. And it's not another nation's to give you anything. We supposed to, and it's our duty, not supposed to, it is our duty to educate one another and to educate our children and to protect our men. And is it important, same as important as a man respecting a woman? Because once a man respects a woman, that man has no problems. He will never have no loyalty issues with his woman. He can but trust and believe that food's gonna be there, his slippers and all, and no one can ever say anything wrong about him. As long as he respect her and make her feel and show her that she's important to him, the man, the black brother, will never have any issues. And his home, his household, and those children will have a real future. They will know who they are. They will know where they came from. They will know they are kings and queens, and they will not treat each other no less. And that's coming from the mother and father. But they got to work together, because we had it our way with the attitudes. And look, where's the children? Where are our children? Where's the great grands? Where are they? So I want us to take accountable, but do it right this time. And this is the platform. This is the seed that we planted last Saturday. That's why I knew it was so important to come to give. Come and give and bring whoever you can come with you. Because I did rent out 2 other hotels, 2 more rooms, because I wanted to bring as much people as possible.
Right,
I didn't want
that's
them
true.
to miss this.
That's true.
So I digress. If I'm not, if you feel that I'm too aggressive or I'm aggressive, my heart is in the right place. I'm just a passionate person, and I don't like the weakness. Your weakness is because you're going to sleep. You're taking a rest. You're on vacation somewhere. But when you're speaking of something that's so vital and so, you have to keep the balance. You have to keep the balance. In court, the judges, all of them said, well, you speak like you my peer. And I said, I am not your peer, but I know I have a right to not bow down to this false law that you do not live by nor respect. You cannot suppress it on me, and I will not allow you to. I have a right to protect my life. I have a right, and I'm going to exercise. You didn't get the memo? Slavery was over a long
Hey,
time
King,
ago.
she gonna be on the what's the name? She gonna be on the investigative research committee. King, that'll be your vice president. I spoke about that, King. I want you to speak about the investigative research committee.
Okay.
Sounds so interesting.
The purpose of this committee that we put together with Abdullah and Shem, and which many others are a part of, like Brother Kuno, um,
And
with
and
this
Quasi. And Quasi.
and Quasi, um, what we're what we're doing here is we're putting a group of men and women who have particular skill sets that will allow us to look at history in a manner that a lot of us don't look at. So we don't understand the business of these treaties and these treaty relations and how these contracts have um, how they've been subjugated and how we've been stripped of rights. So now, through this investigative committee, now we can look and target and specifically in detail look at the treaties, see where treaties have been broken, look at the perpetrators, all the actors who was public in state or private, who were acting in the capacity to subjugate the Moors of their rights, look at all the policies and procedures that they was being used across streamline over America and how they institutionalized this in their institutions, in their schools of thoughts to have us believing and subjugating that we were Negro, black, and colored in order to strip us even further, to break us down to a capacity of tenant where now you always have to pay a tax for your own land, where you will never be deemed as the landlord, where you have the superior claim, not the inferior claim. Now, through this investigative committee, we can now educate ourselves with particularity and show where how these policies are still affecting us today, how the breach of these treaties are still affecting us today, to give us back our rights so that we don't have to go into the court and go through all this rigmarole about being more sovereign citizenship. They can keep denationalizing us and keeping us away from our nationality, our true rights that give us claims that no other group of people have really pretty much done but the Moors. The Moors have so many treaties in place that it gives us the most leverage. It gives us the most benefit. It gives us the most contractual, substantive language possible that we can point out and show. No other group has this many treaties, to say the least. So this committee will allow us to create this think tank, a body of men and women who can have a conversation like with my brother Quasi. I like to thank him again. He saved me on his trip with his smoothie, melanin smoothies, and it was right on the money. It helped me because I ate something and I got sick, and I drank the smoothie and it brought me back. Because I had to go last because I was sick. I was still I'm still feeling some of it, but the smoothie brought me back. I had to go lay down. My head was starting to hurt, but Brother Quasi did that for me. He was filling me up with those watermelon smoothies, and they hit the spot. Uh, Peace and blessings to the brother. He did a great job with the smoothies. I'm glad to see everybody come out My brother Kono, he came from Kansas. I seen you, Sister Flores, and brother Rael. I seen everybody, and this conference is the beginning of us understanding what we can do together. We can stop being separate, stop being individuals. It's we have to come together with this body politic to now create this. And the start of this investigative committee will be able to articulate particular findings of fact and law and set a claim and take it to the UN and restore us back and make us whole again so they can stop unjustly enriching themselves off the back of Moors.
Yeah.
I yield. I don't know where Abdullah went.
Well, I'm gonna when he gets back on and cut me off, I'm gonna speak. Carry back on what you just said a little bit on unity. That I agree with you 100%. And those movies, yes, they save me too. But we have to work as a body of unity, as a hand, arm, knees, legs, knees as well, legs, every part of our person's body to move as one forward. That's the kind of unity we need. Because who's perfect like a leg is not perfect like an arm. Who's perfect like a hand can't be perfect like a foot. But if we put all our perfections together and our what we can do, bring forward our best, we have to move as a body, parts of a one whole body, parts of it. And then we can unfold everything smoothly, tactically, got it together, strong, firm, and not allow anyone to break a leg or arm or eye or damage an eye. We have to work as one full body working together as the arms, hands, and feet and head is. So I digress. I agree with you 100%. And yes, um, brother with the smoothies, yes, because that was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was delicious. The that was a very good idea to have a bar, a fruit bar. Like a when you go to a bar, it's liquor. Well, his was all set up with fruits, and I thought that was really refreshing, very refreshing. Yes, we
Peace, peace.
do. Don't you want to speak?
Yeah, I'm glad you all love the smoothies. I can't let you do it this time, bro. I had to get you this time. I'm at the garden right now. I'm trying to multitask, watering some of the crops here. I wish I could flip my camera around, but I can't. But I'm just at the garden doing a little watering. He want to help me out. They're my little helper. He usually come help me out. But the conference, it was amazing to be around, like-minded people who are conscious, who understands the work that needs to be done. So it was a great event. I'm excited about the work that needs to be done moving forward. I got a lot of connections from the conference where I'm able to, you know, talk more about agriculture and see how we can connect agriculture with some of the different body politics across Morocco. And so it was an amazing event and conference. And I look forward to everything coming up, everything that's next. I encourage others, to stay in tune and be a part of what we have going on right now.
Well, I
And if
hope.
you into growing food, and the mosquitoes out here messing with me. If
Mhm.
you all into growing food, be sure to contact me. You may even have ideas, or you may already be growing food. But if you want to learn, get with us. We have different conferences that we go to, maybe 3 or 4 conferences a year in different foreign political zones where we learn more about the resources that's available for us to grow, tools and equipment and partnerships where we can help you get your seeds, your heirloom seeds, and we're able to help you get your tools at a discounted rate, and also just developing a crop rotation plan so you can effectively grow on your lot. Even if you don't have a lot, you can grow in baskets. You can grow in a greenhouse, in a hot tunnel. And so it's various options that we have if the climate is not suitable, where you're still able to grow. Um, and so my contact number, if you all are listening, is 706-957-2110. Then again, that number is 706-957-2110. Um, and so I encourage you all to put some seeds in the ground. Let's learn how to grow so we can be self-sustaining. Then again, that number is 706-957-2110. We also have a study group that'll be this Wednesday. It's a bi-weekly study group every second and fourth Wednesday. And that'll be on Zoom from 8 to 9 p.m. Y'all see him trying to help me out. And so I encourage you all to let's do it. Let's make it happen. You don't have to know everything to start. Use your talents and skills and just get in where you fit in. Be part of the puzzle. You don't have to do it all, but just play part of what's going on. And then you'll grow as I've grown, being part of Moroccan Post School of Government and International Law. So you won't start out knowing everything. Don't let that hinder you. But just take the first step. And so peace, and I digress. Move your hand, man.
Yes, peace, everyone. Anyone who's listening, who was part of the program on, who came to the conference, I sent the StreamYard link out to several people who's listening. Brother DuPont, Sister Amanda, you have the StreamYard link. Brother Ronald Jones, you have the StreamYard link. Mia Moore said that she'll try to get on. Amanda, you come on up. Ronald Jones, DuPont. Can we put the StreamYard link in the chat? Kono, put the StreamYard link in the chat. All right. So once again, this is Moorish Monday with Abdullah Il Tale Mosipe or Magnet Pyramid Crystal YouTube page. Wants to thank Brother Hank for his support and opening up this platform for me. I've been on this platform since the first Monday in December. And for the past 2 months, I've had the various keynote speakers and panelists on leading up to the conference. Today is the recap. And I sent the StreamYard link out to over 20 people. So now we have it in the chat. The StreamYard link is in the chat. So those of you who were at the conference, click on the StreamYard link and come on up and join us. Let us know your experience at the conference. All right, so we have definitely looking forward to continue to work. Brother King is going to be leading this investigative research committee. Shim and I will serve as advisors. King is the chair of the committee. Sister Luisa Flores, Brother Quasi, Kono will be on there on the Kono. I have Amanda will be joining us on the for Cola. Amanda. We have Mia Moore will also be on the committee. Yannick, May Moon will be joining us on the committee. I think I have about 13 or 15 names. And we'll also be establishing the Moorish Treaty Protection, the Moorish Foreign Relations and Intercourse Committee. Our study group, which would be a special study group of 25 based off the pre-recorded Moorish Treaty Protection and Cultural Relations course. What's we got the me mics are muted. So once again, those of you who are listening and were part of the conference on who attended the conference on May 18th this past Saturday, the StreamYard link is in the chat. All right. Any other thoughts? Any other thoughts?
Yes. Yes. Moving forward, about spreading the word and getting it out. That offer extends to this platform as well. If they want to, travel with you to the city, to the East Coast, and set up the tables, vendor, and be a
Mhm.
part of the events that's out here as well. And they
Yes,
see that it's more of us speaking the same language that can help get the word out while we're doing different things, so they can see that we're human, we're doing different things, we're part of a lot of other entities, but we're all coming together for this one movement, so they can
absolutely.
actually so the offer extends to everyone here on this platform as well.
And I have other contacts in New York who were at the conference. Brother Heb L headed our security.
I'm sorry.
Brother Heb L headed our security. He will be joining me on Wednesday. He will be joining me on Wednesday at the meeting, Sister Louisa. We have Sister Brother Ronald Jones. All right, Ronald Jones. He gave his poem. He recited his poem on Saturday. Ronald Jones, can you put the camera on? There we go. All right, Brother Ronald Jones. We got a chance to meet in person. All right. He spoke about his poem. Hey, tell us about your experience and your poem, Ronald. He recited his poetry. Tell us
Yes,
about your
sir.
experience and your poem.
Islam, everybody. Just want to say I salute to everybody that's on the panel, everybody that was there. It was magnificent. You know what I mean? To be there, the fellowship. It was great. It was an experience. I had a ball. I definitely did. I got to recite my poem, and it's spoken word, and I'm glad that everybody got to enjoy it. And actually, bro, I was gonna ask you for a copy of that because I got somebody to record me, but they must have hit the slow button on the on my copy that's on my phone. That's another subject. But the food was great, and it's just good people that's working to.
Oh, you can't. I muted my mic. We couldn't hear you, brother. Try it again, Ronald. We still can't hear you. All right. Anyone else who want us to join us? The link is in the chat. The StreamYard link is in the chat. Just click on the StreamYard link. It'll come right on up. All right. So I'll continue. We have someone had asked me. I'm going to ask this question to all of you. Someone had asked me it was at the end of the conference, and we were I think we were taking the stuff off the tables, on so we were packing, taking stuff off the table, and someone asked me, so where do we go from here? Someone said, so then what? Where do we go from here? All right, Brother King, I'm gonna start you off. The question was posed to me. Where do we go from here?
Well, so where do we go from here? We already here. We got to just keep doing what we're doing. Abdullah already laid out a platform. We just got to continue just doing it, educating ourselves, and coming together. It's already here. It's the work is already being done. We just need people to join in. We need to join in, make it packed, where we all rubbing shoulder to shoulder. So now you can educate yourself, your children, and we can move in the direction that we supposed to be. Let's stop being the tenants and become the landlords once again. But we only gonna get there by coming together. So the question of where we go to here, we already here. The work is already being done. All we need is people to join in. This is where the outreach is so important. The outreach is for us to reach those who don't understand. So that's what all I got to say.
That was well said, King. Well said. I'm going to Sister Louisa. Someone asked me, where do we go from here? What did he say?
Oh
Your
my
mic.
goodness.
There you go.
For what I already have said, so another direction, which is the same to moving forward. Um, we do here in New York City as well, which I was in moving forward with the next survival for solutions. But I do the panelists are children, so I was thinking to convert the questions that we have for the children, for the youth, and that's from 7 years old to 26 years old. And I put it to 26 because if you're still in the family household and being productive, furthering your education, then your parents is still covering you by law, and as well as the insurance covers and the medical coverage. So they're still considered as an independent, as they are, their children. So, and then I said 7 because I've met young children who are very articulate, better than I am, who understands what they're saying, not just trying to sound mature or intelligent. And they have concerns too, and they would like to be heard as well. And this system is attacking them even younger because you have 5 and 6 year olds are taking medication just because they're being targeted and they're being left in schools and daycares. So I put it down to 7. So I think we can take this, start educating them on that platform. And the questions that I used to have for them to answer, we can give them these questions to answer. And that will make their mind go, and start to think. And as how you lay out this platform, they're going to want to improve in their intelligence and speak a little bit more politically correct and so forth and so on. But you have a platform of young children. So I think since we're trying to save our children and we're trying to protect our children and guide them and educate them, I really think that this platform of Survival Youth Summit will be one of the many ways of moving forward. Besides the events and the political events and the parades, because I do give out literature in the parades, but it won't be for anyone else anymore. It will be about people learning about what this movement is about and what we need to do and how they can join. I will put that on a literature to give out in all these parades. But I think the target really now we can use every platform that I'm a part of and cultivate it to the real questions that will wake people up and have children moving forward on a better path. So that's one of the many ways. I digress.
As y'all both are saying, as Brother King said, and as you're saying, I mean, we continue doing the work. We're already here, and so we continue building with the unconscious Moors and the conscious Moors. Continue having these group sessions. Continue having these study groups as myself and Quasi have. Continue doing the work with the youth like Quasi is doing right now. As we see him, he's working with the young brother in the garden. I mean, we just got to continue working. We're here now, and the more to continue joining with us, just with strength in numbers. I yield.
See, yeah. So everybody's, we just continue to do what we're doing. We're already here. The people asking those kind of questions is we got to get out of the mind. It's not to wait on somebody to do all the work. Where do we go from here? Is we get people involved. You all duplicate what you see us doing. You duplicate your study groups. You duplicate your committees where you come together and you research or you join in on what's going on. You start a community garden. You begin to learn about growing your own food, your own foods. You grow on your porches. You get with your school library and you create a chess program where you can engage the youth and teach them critical thinking through a fun game. You give them rewards. You give them prizes. You start a community clean team in your community where you engage in the residents. You let them know that you care about your environment. You don't have to be super learned to begin. You can start a a grill out, once a week, once every other week, where it's community dialogue, where you discuss the issues that's going on in your particular area. Like Okono was saying, you come on to the study groups. You create your own study groups. You don't just wait on our study groups. You create your own study groups, but we need to make sure that they're uniform, that we're all teaching the same stuff, that we're all on the same accord in our teaching. So we're not just randomly just to be on talking, you know. And so that those are some of the things we can do. That's what's next, it's learning gun training. Learn how to break down the gun, learning site acquisition, you know, learning about recoil, learning about de-escalation of situations, you know, learning how to do room clearing, all these different things. It's plenty to do. You just want to continue to do it amongst a structured format. Don't randomly do it. Create a system where you do it every third Thursday, every fifth, Tuesday or whatever. Create a structure around it. But be sure to learn how to grow food. Um, you know, and just get involved. Come on, ask questions, start small, and don't look at it as a whole picture. I mean, keep the whole picture in mind, but look at what you can do now and the small steps. The small stuff, man. I'm at the garden now, and what we learn through gardening is the importance of pulling weeds, even though they may look small, even though it may not be a lot of them. You have to do away with the smaller things that gets in your way or gets in the plant's way of growing, where it won't compete with nutrients. You want to do that same thing in your area. You want to be able to grow and implement the small things. You don't have to start big, because it's the small things that lead up to the big situation. So don't get caught up in it's impossible, it can't be done, it's too much. Do what you're able to do, what's in reach of your ability, and then you start from there, and it grows as you see these plants grow. These plants that I'm watering here, they didn't grow, they didn't start out this big. We had issues with weeds. We had issues, you know, with weeds, and so the small things count. Um, and so get started. Don't wait on the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The moment is now. Peace.
I asked that question to all of you because I wanted the people, the audience, to hear the different perspectives, and we were pretty much in sync. We were all in accord, you know, with where do we go from here. So I was sitting back and just smiling, and that, I see the one mind, one aim, one focus, one thought, one goal. I see that here. I see that with us and those who, the various keynote speakers and panelists and those others who are in attendance, other contacts that we have, So it's just facilitating that political platform. And we are definitely doing that. Sister Diani just text me. Oh yeah, her daughter has class. They won't be able to get on. All right. So anyone else? The StreamYard link is in the chat.
Islam.
Those who, anyone wants to join us who were in attendance on Saturday, Brother William. Yes,
Islam. Yeah,
Islam.
I'd like to add.
Please do. Please do.
Well, from my perspective, I believe that it's necessary for us to direct more of our focus towards international law, and we need to study the Charter of the United Nations more, and just get more attuned to the platforms that's been laid out, specifically as far as necessity of what is called a non-self-governing territory, trust territory, into a self-governing trust territory, meaning formulating political groups and checking boxes, writing constitutions, appointing governmental positions so that we can be political groups forming, and like I said, move more in an international level to decolonize these trust territories. Whether we got to do it one by one or we can
Awesome.
move solidly as a unit, but we need to be taking the steps to do what's necessary in international law to take our seats or to reclaim our seats amongst the affairs of men.
That was excellent, brother. I once again, this is great because you begin to see, the level that we're on. I want to thank you, Brother William. People need to hear from us. Not just myself, not just Shem. We need to hear. This is why I had for the past 2 months, the various keynote speakers and panelists on platforms so that they can hear, be prior to the conference, and also a strategy to market the conference. So it was twofold. So they see the level intellect. They see the level of outreach and involvement, and our direction of focus and the structure that we have. Sister Louisa, you're going to say something?
Yes, that's similar to what I was telling you about my Democrat and Republican Party. That's why I said I was going to present that to them so that they can put into place those boxes to check. So they can help out to put in to what we want to change the treaties and to elect who we want in those positions, and all positions, who understands and who believe in the Moors, who's gonna push forward our laws so that can actually be possible. So I started that meeting. I did an hour meeting. It came because I had the idea, and I had an hour meeting, and I put it in a restaurant for lunch, and that was Mother's Day. And I said, well, if you don't believe in this system, and the system has played, made us live a false life, why are you celebrating a fake holiday when we are mother every day, all the time? We don't, no breaks. So let's just have this meeting where we can actually get something changed, something done. So we had the meeting. And they were very interested to move forward with it. So this is where y'all guys come in, who knows, um, as far as the legal process of what do you actually want to put down for people to vote on. And then my thing is also put people in place to elect them for those seats. Because I have District 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. So now we can place people who we want in those seats here in East Coast. But when y'all come up with the terminology, the legal terminology of what y'all want to move forward, and then put that person in that seat so that we all can vote. Even though you don't live in that state, you call your friends and your family, besides the campaigning and the canvassing for to elect our people in all these seats and replace everyone. It's one way of doing it. And I don't mean to take forever. I mean, like, next year we should have people sitting in these legislators plate seats, leaders in different districts, government, governing in those seats as well, so we can start electing people. But I have whatever platform we have, we got to use it. And I've been doing it this way because I've always want everyone to work with me, even just the cookout, even to hire people. Doesn't matter, Republican or Democrat, independents, they all have to work together. So if they want something, if they want to be known, they want people to vote for them, you have to give the people what they want. But then you have to be in our cookouts on that grill and go into that basketball court. Say, here, my brothers, here's some food. Here, come sit down and eat. Don't wait for them to come to you. You go to them. And that's how we do it here. So Muslim or not, Christian or not, Baptist or not, they all got gloves on serving food. And they, working together to keep the people in office. Because I've always worked for Ruby Wright, a very, very legendary woman. She worked with Dr. Martin Luther King when he was a child back then in the South. She came here to New York, worked with Dr. Malcolm X as well. She also did all the political action to allow landmarks for Harlem and allow our people to have the right to move into these um the high rises while we still was living in the brownstones that still had all kind of bad conditions, and they was forcing our people not to move into the upscale high riser buildings. We fought for that too as well, and for having your own business and having a right to have we don't make that much money as a another nation of a couple, so you have to market, the real estate homes have to be profitable for us, our people too, to in order to purchase a home or a co-op or condo. She fought for all of that. So I really was pushing also for our people to have the opportunity for a career. So I did job expos through her. And we hired so many people, and we had many people from many employees from different walks of life to say, this is your first interview right here at this workshop or at this cookout or at this street festival. And then the second interview will be at the establishment. We did it that way as well too. So our people will not be left out. So we understand how to make a proposal. We understand how we in our inner circle select who's the best candidate, who's going to be our voice and push forward our agenda in office. So these political leaders, I still a campaign manager for Oz for Harlem, for the Republican Party and for the Democrat Party. So come on in with the paperwork, and so they can push it and submit it, and so that we can be on the roster to be taken seriously, so we can take the steps on getting the public to vote for the candidate that we chose to put in office.
This is, you could see Sister Louisa's tremendous outreach and community development, and how we can educate our communities through Moorish nationality. See, in order to educate the community, you have to have contact with the community. You cannot educate the community if you don't have relationship. That's the first step. And Quasi talks so well about this. You know, don't throw more down, don't shove more down their throat, as he always says. You know what I mean? Develop a relationship with him, with them. You know, build a program. As Quasi talks about, he gave a presentation on one of his the study group classes on how to do community outreach.
Mm-hmm.
I know that was about a couple weeks ago, right, Quasi? And that was really good. He gave methodology, and share that in the Telegram page group, so people can know that. Have that class, or send it to me. Send that class to me. Get a chance. The one you did a couple weeks ago on teaching us on how to do community outreach.
Okay, it's on Hope. It's on the Konos platform.
It's on Kono. All right, Kono share.
I'll send it to you. I got you.
I put in the chat. Put in the chat too. Send. All right.
Let me go.
All right, we have Sister Mayat Divine. She was in the house. Mayat Divine was in the house on Saturday. It was great. It was pleasure, my sister, meeting you. Thank you for joining us. I want you to tell us about this is, as you know, this is the recap of the May 18th conference, Political Unity Conference, and share with the audience your experience.
Yes, greetings, peace and love. I had to come on because my sister, Mia Morbay, couldn't join, so I had to come and back her up. And I want to share her experience too, because it was a tremendous experience for her. So I had to have her back and come on because it was something she really wanted to be a part of, and she loved it, and she is a woman of my own heart. Mia Morbay has been doing the foot here in Detroit for a very long time. And we bumped into each other and been doing the work. So for her, this was everything for her. Even on the way back home while I was driving, she taking notes and writing down what's next to come, what we got to do next, what we going to do when we get home. This is what we do. It's not on us, it's in us. The conference was wonderful. One thing about the thing that I am is unity. I tell people that I am love, and love is my superpower. So for all of us to be under one building, no matter who we are, putting our beliefs and leaving our religions in the closet, because we all have one common enemy. So see us all together in one place was everything. And it shows a lot, it shows a lot in the meaning of unity. It shows the community outreach that's going on with everyone. Everyone got everything going on. You have Quasi with the watermelon and the fruits. I'm a farmer here in Michigan. This is what I do here. I farm for us here. And I have Maya Divine Ministry, where we bring everyone together. It don't matter who you are, Christian Moor, Buddha Moor, Jewish Moor, whatever you call yourself, it doesn't matter. We come together and we barter with each other. And that's the experience that I felt being there with you all, coming all the way from Detroit. The unity of coming together, it was just amazing. And the ball and the food, just everything was really great. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you all even having us. I know that if Mia Morbay was up here, she would have so much to say. I couldn't even say half the things she was probably have to say. But the sister, Louisa, if I'm pronouncing it right, she hit it head on the nose as well with the governmental thing. Here in Michigan, Mia Moore came to me and said, hey, I need to create this government. I said, what do you need? She said, we got to do X, Y, and Z. In 2 days, I created us a flag, a seal, a tribal flag, and got on the floor and been doing the work ever since then. I think I created about over 20 something bills for us as of the legislation office, to get us going. So what's next is the power in our pen. They wrote us out, so we have to write ourselves back in, and we have to rearrange this word spell that they put us in, because words are spells, and they have got us so good with this spell that we have to rewrite ourselves back in.
That's right.
And I think it's happening from here on out. For us to be from all different walks of life coming together, this is one of the biggest steps of unity and showing the world how unity is. Like, I am your brother, you are my brother, I'm your sister, you are my sister. Why are we enemies? Why are we not moving in love? So that was one big thing that I got out of this, and I truly appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to whatever's next to come, because here in Detroit, we'd have been through so many trials and tribulations, but we will not stop. We not stopping. We didn't come this far for nothing. That's why you have to have a backbone. So we ready to put our feet to the floor and do the work, however that may look like. We have a lot of community outreach here. Even coming up, we're doing a food drive, July the 13th, where we're giving out gently used clothes for the community and babies. We're doing a homeless drive where we're going to be doing a breakfast and things for the homeless. So we have a lot of things going on here, and even people around our neighborhoods. If you don't completely have fiat, but you have a talent, bring that talent and let's barter with each other. If you don't have it, maybe you might have fruit, and I might have clothes, and let's barter with each other, bring the community together. But one of the biggest things that I want to say, and then I'll digress, is we need to come together and create a petition. We need to get signatures from all over and have these people sign these petitions, because that's what's going to help us with this community outreach and getting to the next level. We need to let them see that our communities are serious with what's going on, and we're ready to take back our communities and not let the colonizers continue to keep doing what they're doing to us. But other than that, I think we're on the right track. And if we just keep going and keep our pen in our hand, then, and stay together in unity, whatever that may look like, let's stick together and keep a strong community with each other. But other than that, I digress. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Thank you.
I will be coming that way in July. I think with the third week in July, the fourth week in July, I'll be in Detroit for 4 or 5 days. I will be there for the festival. I think the lecture is scheduled for me Wednesday. I don't know if King can make that because he'll be starting a new job. That's the Wednesday. That's the week of the 27th. The 27th is the festival. The Wednesday is the lecture. I know I'm going to be on the radio one day. Y'all got a whole line of activities. We're going to be, of course, I'm going to be teaching. I'm coming to work. I'm not coming for vacation. You know that. I'm coming to work. I'm coming to work. So ain't
If
no
I
vacation time for me. I'm coming to work.
if I
So
can
put me to work.
hopefully
Okay.
through job, I don't know if I can make it yet, but
Right.
if I can make it, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely there.
Yes. Yes, he will. Yes, he will be. Yeah, he like to say he just started a new job. So so now that's challenging when you start a new job.
Okay,
All
if I
right.
can
That's
add
great.
real quick, if I can
Go ahead,
add real
William.
quick, and to piggyback a little off of what the sister was just saying about the power of the pen. I think that that's very important for us to realize how things got so bad for us in the first place. We became subjects to what we know as capitulatory jurisdictions because we failed in our own legislation. We failed to write our own laws. So when we speak about being Moroccans or Moorish Americans, whatever title you use, the question is, okay, well, where is your law? Where's your legislation? If you don't fall under the jurisdiction of the capitulatory United States or the foreign extraterritorial jurisdictions, what jurisdictions are you under? So the importance of legislation and developing the body politics to be able to create legislation is key. And once again, studying international law and studying governmental structure, we begin to understand more of the things that was missing as far as what we know as governmental structure. So over time, like she was saying, that's how they beat us, with the pen. No matter what happened over these years, they just kept writing, they keep writing. Before we know it, we look up and we under this law. We don't know where it came from. We never voted on it, but we failed to enact and to have our own Sharifi and moccasins in place. So that's what we need to be re-implementing in order to write ourselves back in, like she said.
Oh, once again, awesome. Awesome. Brother King?
Yeah, let me add on to that. With the Moorish Research Investigative Committee, we're going to be able to look in clear detail, unravel these treaties, look at the mystery, take out the mystery, take out the misconceptions, take out all of these different things with Abdullah and Shem, and articulate what's specified in these treaties, in these contracts. Look at the principles, look at the things that's in the contract to make certain claims. That is going to get us to critical think about everything that we're doing. Why? You're going to answer the who, what, when, why, and how. Once you get that framework, when you think like that, you'll be able to put the pieces together and you'll be able to answer the questions at law. You'll be able to solve their riddles. That's how I became so astute at litigating, when I started understanding who, what, when, where, and how. When you put that in a framework of you're making a claim, you got to be able to prove your claim. So when we go out and we create through this committee, it's going to allow us to brainstorm, think tank, put things together, answer questions that we may have missed. Find investigative techniques, look at different things, and look at the. I tell people all the time, the devil is in the details. So when you look at the things and put things in proper context with Abdullah help, because he's a treatyologist. He understands treaty. He'll be able to break down treaties and put it in proper perspective. As I started studying more with Abdullah, I started looking at light bulbs. I said, these Moors wrote a lot of treaties. It gave us the most leverage. So understanding this, we'll be able to put this all together. It's going to take us a little time, but we just need to continue to do the work. The platform is here. The work is already being done. It ain't what's next. It's about, we need to keep continuing and pulling the work. That's all. There's nothing else to be said, done. We just got to keep on pushing on. That's just it.
Can I carry? Well said, brother. Well said. Can I carry back on what he's speaking about details?
Yes, please.
I have also retired. Well, I should say resigned and retired as well for the Board of Elections. We call it BOE as well. Board of Elections. Now, the details, but I still promote groups of our people to stay in these positions to either work the polls or work for the Board of Elections. I promote that. When I have gone and it's been trickling down and trickling down, less of our people and more of the others. Because what was going on for the last 5 years and more, but just not so many of free immigration status. So they're just putting them in place because here in the cities in the United States, we sign them up for a driver's license. We sign them up for IDs. We sign them up for employment, and we sign them up for free voters registration. We do it because they don't know how to speak English or write English. So if you in those careers, and even the NYPD, they have to do it for them because they're told to. So I started talking to the children. This here is an application that they're hiring children from 17-year-old students. 17-year-old. This is the application for our 17-year-olds to 26-year-olds who's still at home can start a career and work. My thing is, we still need our kind of people with the mindset and or with the mindset. So get these petitions. This is what I do. This is my background. Petitions, signing for our idealism and putting someone that we want in office. This is me. This is what I do. Okay. I'm out there with outreach, getting all these signatures. Recruit. Right? You teach the adults or the young adults also how important this is, how to fill it out, and not to fill out that you're going to give your donor, your donor, bone donor, organ donor. Don't never mark that. How to complete it so it can count. And then we can have a body of people in each town, state, rural, county, etc., to put and mark those votes so we can have a large number to push our votes, because the system, as you know, that comes from the other side of the ocean, has pushed our leaders here to that covenant America to have the free immigrants to vote for their agenda. And there's a large number. And in the registration, these two forms, they are able to put European. Wherever they come from, they are already white Americans. So the white American number compared to our number is oversees us by far, because we are separate. I'm Indian, from America, Indian, I'm Puerto Rican, no African descendant, or I'm Puerto Rican, African descendant, I'm Mongolian. We all separate. But how they put it for the last 5 years for these free immigration status, they are white. So that is why I started doing this. And that's why I started doing this. Everywhere I went, even the free Mother's Day dinner, I didn't go because of no Mother's Day dinner. I went to talk about this, to get the children in these offices, to get the children to know how to vote, to get the children taking and parents. I said parents too. You want a moonshine? You wanna make a little extra bucks, or you want a second job? You can do this seasonally, or you can just do it every time it's time to vote and early voting. Or you can do it seasonally, just to keep our people in place, to control the polling system, to control it, give it some balance. Because right now we're being railroaded. I would take everyone's name down who's interested, from elderly to teenagers. Take it, and I go to the Board of Elections office down in Pearl Street, not Varick. You can't even trust Varick Street. I go down to Pearl Street with the names and everything, and then they give them a date to take a test. And in New York, you take a test for the Board of Elections. They pay you for the class if you pass, and then they get you. Then you can work at a voting site. And now I pushed it. They have to be safe, so put it somewhere in their area. Before they used to make you travel crazy hours at 4, 3 in the morning to open up a voting site at 5 a.m. But now they are being more lenient with that to allow people to choose their area where they want to vote. So this is what I'm constantly doing, and still today, and even before coming to the convention, hands on. Now my Republicans had got a link. What I used to do for the Board of Elections is to clear up people's applications. Sometimes it's outdated, sometimes it doesn't have a date or a signature is void. They can't vote without a signature or a up-to-date residency, or the date. Even if the signature is wrong, it's voided. It's thrown out. It's no good. So you're talking about tedious. The devil's always busy with details. You saw what I just showed you. That's what everything we are a part of, everything that we got to fight for, everything is tedious like that. And not just giving you the highlights. So it is correct. We have to, sorry, I just skipped what, the Republican Club got the link where we can download on our phones now to call voters to see if they still alive, to see if they still live there, to update their voting status, so that we can talk to them about how do they feel about X, Y, and Z, and get them to vote for our agenda. I was already into doing that, and I got a group of people to start doing it, and they're already doing it. These are political parties that's already have their groups, and they're already doing it. Our last meeting was last Tuesday, and now my agenda is changing. My questions for them are going to change. I'm going to put it for our agenda instead.
Now, you see how she's taking her network committee outreach, and she's going to be implementing more nationality education, and I'm going to be part in assisting that. I'm going to be with her on my meeting with her on Wednesday, and I'll be speaking at the festival on June 1st in Harlem, 148th Street.
Yes.
So, but she would not be able to have done that if she had not have developed relationships before and out there. That's the key.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. That's how I met you.
Yep.
That's how I met you. And that's why I said I was happy to know the people I know that introduced me to you. And I am moving forward. I'm moving forward with you.
Yes, she is.
Yeah,
Brother William?
yeah, if I can, just to go a little deeper. Each one of these trust territories, each one of these states that we know of are defined as non-self-governing territories, trust territories at that. So they have been governing over us through the capitulatory jurisdiction as trustees. So it's up to us to do the groundwork once again to reformulate our government so that we can restore our most powerful weapon, which is consular courts in each one of these trust territories. Because when we look at the ICJ verdict, France versus the United States, they spoke a lot about consular court jurisdiction. United States had to relinquish consular court jurisdiction. So consular court is the highest form of government that's actually absent in all of these trust territories because they are non-self-governing. So I just personally believe that the answers have been laid out and just kind of looked over or not focused on as much as they should be, because consular courts is our highest form of reparation.
Yeah, we're talking about the consular court would be a court in a foreign jurisdiction and or territory. Foreign. Is that was that me?
Yes.
Those who understand international law know that the word foreign does not mean distance. Foreign refers to jurisdiction. So that's very important as we grow to understand what foreign means. The general public, when they hear foreign, distance, million miles away, across the seas, 10,000 miles away, their concept. They're not thinking next door. They're not thinking this. All right. A French embassy in China. A French embassy in China. So you're on the street. Once you go across the gate, you're in the French embassy. Now you're in a foreign. That's foreign. So you go on the street, China, French embassy, France. I could be in a matter of seconds, in a matter of 3 seconds, a switching of jurisdiction, matter of 3 seconds. 3 seconds. On the street, China, French embassy, France. 3 seconds. Go right. If I just go across the gate, go across the gate. 3 seconds. That's foreign. And I do that just to break it down. I try to come up with very simple examples so I can talk to a 5-year-old. I try to come up with simple examples to talk to a 5-year-old. And the reason I just teach my nieces. This is how they came. My cousins. My cousins were 5, 6, 7-year olds, and I was able to explain sovereignty to 5, 6, 7-year olds. Sovereignty. So I mean, it can be done. This is what I said how I explained sovereignty to them. I had them in front of the door. I said, can the people across the street come to your house and tell you what to do? They said no. So they say, the people across the street, can I come here and tell you to go to bed at a certain time? So, so I said, so this house, they don't have authority to tell you what to do in this house. So I just try to, break it down to simple examples. Yeah, so this been a great show. Do we have anyone else who would like to jump on? The link is in the chat. If not, we'll wind this down. We'll wind this down. Once again, I want to thank Brother Hank for offering this platform. And we'll be on next week. I'm going to be bringing different. I know I have Brother Israel be joining me. I got to call him tomorrow to see because he chose a day in June, and he wants to present as well. And so I'm going to be bringing different people on to do their presentations. All right, who have body politics, have study groups. So we're definitely expanding the outreach and connection. And that I'm looking forward to being with you at the meetings. Sister Louisa, Habiel will be joining me on Wednesday in New York. And then also on June 1st.
Yes,
in
and
Harlem.
you have another one.
All right.
And you have another one for 5 days now. 5 days. So
when is that though? When's the one for 5 days? You got the dates for those?
Okay. It's let me show
Because I'm
you
gonna
for
be Detroit the week of. Go ahead. Can you mute your who's everybody's mic is muted except mine and it's all right. I'm gonna be in Detroit the week of July 22nd. Hopefully it's not then. She look up the dates. Yeah, I'll be in Detroit the week of July 22nd. So that's all black whole week's blocked out. All right, so Sister Louisa, you still with us?
July.
Are you still with us? We'll get the dates. All right, so we're going to end. All right, for classes, go to the Moroccan Post School of Government and International Law. The Moroccan Post School of Government. Do you have the dates? What dates?
It starts July 19th. July 19th.
July 9th. Oh, July 19th. I can catch July 19th.
The 19th. So yes,
and the 20th.
24th.
All right, so I won't be just those 2 days because I'll be going to Detroit. I'll be leaving out for Detroit.
Right.
Yeah, that week, that 22nd, I think I'll be leaving to go to Detroit. Or 20. So the 19th and the 20th, I'm good for.
But if anyone else want to shine in with me for the rest of the days, please.
I will try to do that. So can you going to put me down to speak on July 19th? That'll be good. The 19th or 20th?
I already have. The first meeting we had today, I did already.
You put me for the 19th? Yeah, 19th would be great because I gotta leave out for Detroit.
And how long you want to speak?
Well, I get 2 hours.
You want 2 hours?
I was good. An hour's good.
Okay.
I was good. Yeah, I was good. Yeah.
Because these brothers here is giving me a lot of leeway. So, they asked me.
Well, if they give you if I got 2 hours, I'll take 2 hours.
Okay.
Give me 2 hours. Give me 2 hours. If they give you the leeway, I'll take 2 hours. All right, because I can go, but yeah, 2 hours.
Whoever wants the vendor, please let me know. Hit me up because
I sure will.
Slots, they go really fast. They've been doing this for a very long time. I even forgot the number. How long they've been doing this? It's not even in my time. I wasn't even born yet, and they've been doing this.
All right.
Okay. So it gets full real fast. Well, if I put the names and numbers, who's interested, they're gonna hold those spots for those days.
All right. So put me down for vending too.
Okay.
Put me down for speaking and vending. Yeah, I'm always vend. If I'm somewhere, it's both. Speaking and vending always.
Okay. And
all right, so
it's open to them too. So
I will let because I have other contacts in New York. Head Bill, they were part of the security team. They're from New York. That was there at the conference.
Okay, as long as they have the same mindset.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You'll meet Head Bill. He'll be there on Wednesday with me. Yeah, he was heading to security.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's he's from New York. Yeah, Bill. Yeah, he's from New York. All of them, all the brothers that was there and us at security, they're from New York.
Yeah,
they did the security for us.
They was upset with me because I didn't remember them. I said, Louisa, you go to another state. Now you don't know a brother from the hood.
I know, right? Right. Yeah, good brothers. So yeah, you'll see both of us on Wednesday at the meeting. All right, so this was very good. Thank you again, Brother Hank. Brother Hank, you got anything? Any closing words, Hank? Any closing words, Brother Hank? Always want to give him opportunity. Because Brother Hank has been very supportive, and he's also been growing in knowledge in these platforms. And he's always been participating and putting stuff in the chat and making very wonderful comments. Add great value to the platform. So I definitely want to thank Brother Hank for his support.
I
So we,
wanted to let you know my daughters are working. They couldn't be available at this time. But they expressed they sincerity how it was different, because they always been my secretaries. They always been with me in every most of the things I do, including servers and cooks.
that's
And
good.
they said it was, yeah, they cook. Yes, they have. You're 9 years old. You're already a chef, or already knowing how to do good dishes enough that you can serve it for the community. Public at large, not for 4 or 5 people. I'm talking about 500 to 600 people. So, but I brought them up really to say that I know they were impressed, and I know they had a good time because the conversations were enlightening, very positive about the event. They said it was different. Monique said, I got a lot to learn about law. I'm so dumb. She was like, I had no clue. She was like hurt, like, oh, I got to be on these Zooms. I got to learn, because she says, we all just don't know nothing. I said, people. I said, people. Oh, I said, smart people and and our fathers always told us, the more we learn, the more we understand. We don't know. We need to know more. We need to learn. The more we learn, we learn. We need to learn even more. And that's how we get better as we get older, with the knowledge, putting it into action in our daily lives, that it turns automatically into wisdom, because we develop skills, you know we develop a whole lot of other things. That's why I said Salvatore is also working the job. We only supposed to be there to learn, to develop ourselves, our skills, so that when we do have run our own business, we're running it smoothly enough that it's working for us, not against us. And we're not working for it, but it's working for us.
For us, yeah, that's true.
That's why I said I retired from a lot of different careers, because I said my mindset was there. I will not be a slave, but I'm going to learn. I want to learn in that law firm. I want to learn in the education field. I want to learn as a caseworker, social worker. I want to learn as a NYPD auxiliary officer. Never, ever wanted to be an officer, because I know what they do to us. I know what they do to us spiritually, and that was never ever on my to-do list, as to experience how it works inside and out. I got in it because I was encouraging other children to be a part, from the explorers. Okay, now you can be auxiliary. Now you're 17 and 19. Look, it's great. That's how I wound up signing up for it, to motivate the children I was raising. So, but I got into it, and I said, hey, now you can really see how it works on the inside. You don't have to just be on the outside. You can go all the way through, and you can be on the other side and really work with your community, because you understand it on this end and this level, not just in the courtroom, not just in the law firm, not just in the medical field, and all the languages are the same. They just tweak it a little different, because it's all derived from Greek and Latin. But in every career, they put it in a different spin on it, what it means. But it's the same words, prefix and suffix, same word. But they change the meaning in every career. So that's why a doctor cannot understand a lawyer.
Mm.
They speak two different languages. A dentist cannot understand. A dentist and a surgeon can understand each other, but not a regular doctor. Not a regular doctor. You go in to get checkups. They don't have the same language.
Mm.
So I digress. I want you to know my daughters loved it. They said it was interesting. My driver loved it. He said it was interesting. They said it was like a brush of fresh air. Like if they woke up, like if they were alive again. So they want to keep coming. They want to keep coming. Well, unfortunately, they were still at work. They did take the weekend off to be at this conference,
Yes.
to be with me. So they had to get back on track. And
Of course.
yeah, yes.
Of course.
But they
All
love
right. All right.
it.
So we have the Moroccan Post School of Government International Law has the classes, free classes on the Moroccan Post Media YouTube page. We also have a website. What is the website? Our website is, help me out, y'all, Moroccan MPS Post. It's the first letters, Moroccan Post School of Government International Law. What is that? MPS L G
LI? I mean,
L.
IA? International
Yeah,
Law? L?
yeah, right. Yes, take the write it down. Take the O out. I got to get used to it myself because the website is the first letters of the school's name. The first letters of the school's name without the of.
Islam. It is the mpsgil.com, I believe.
Thank you. Put that and you have the link. That's the website. That's our new website that was built on Friday. That's our website. We have a registration page on there, and we'll be updating it. This was built for the time for the conference, and we'll be updating. Timothy, the one who did the live broadcast, he actually built that website, and he will be managing our website. So, my aunt Divine, give that website again and website address again. What's the web? Get that website out again.
Divine.
I was on mute. I was trying to get off. My apologies. It is the mpsgil.com.
Right.
mpsgil.com.
All right. Thank you. And once again, we have go register for put your information on there. Once again, we have the Moroccan Post Media YouTube page. All right. So I'll see you next Monday. All right. Peace, everyone.
It means tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
I'm the only one taking classes tomorrow.
Is there a class tomorrow?
Yes, you have a class tomorrow, Tuesday. You put it on Telegram.
No.
Tuesday?
No, our next study group is the first Thursday in June.
Quasi's will be Wednesday and mine will be this Thursday.
Well, all right. There's a Quasi's class is Wednesday. This Wednesday.
Quasi's is this Wednesday and I'm this Thursday.
And this Thursday. All right. Yeah. So.
Okay.
So Quasi's classes study group is on Wednesday. Kono's study group was this Thursday. But our study group is the first and second Thursday.
I believe it's the 6th, isn't it? June 6th?
The 6th. The June 6th. June 6th is the next one for the Moroccan Post School of Government International Advanced Study Group. It's June 6th. It'll be Brother King. Brother King will be teaching. King will be teaching June 6th. And the first and third Thursday in June, King will be teaching. All right? So King has June. The first and third Thursday. King is up. Now, King, you have King. You have a new job, so let me know. But you penciled in for that. So we'll talk later. All right, King.
Oh boy, this is terrible. I guess because we was at the end, it cuts everybody off.
All right, we're done. Are we still live?
Right now, peace everyone. Oh, they kicked us all back in.
Yeah, I think YouTube ended.
It says it's still counting.
Oh.
King, we still live. Yeah, we're still live. It's still counting. I'm looking at you see it right there? You don't see nothing? You don't see live?
Yeah, say 2:15, yeah.
Yeah, so we still live. All right, you have so many departing words.
Well, when you're going
Oh.
out to petition, it doesn't have to be just in your area. It's like we did back in the days. I got my girlfriends, co-workers, my husband, my children, and they were much younger. And I went to Pittsburgh, and you educate them why it's important to vote. You give them the information where they old voting was and what is, the out with the old. You show them um the new voting site in the
Mm.
area. They need any assistance to get there and from. These are the numbers to call, and then book your ride to be picked up so you can go and vote for the day, and you will be driven back home. So my daughters were doing that as well, and they were much younger than they are now, to knock on doors, talk to people about voting, why it's important to vote, tell them our goals and what we're interested in as a whole nation of people, and why it's important that they should make that effort to vote. So it doesn't just have to be in your district or your neighborhood, as long as we're getting the word out for as many of our people to exercise they rights to vote for a purpose for the agenda we have for our people. I digress.
I got Shim's brother here. He was at the conference. Come on, Joe. Yeah. I got Shim's brother here, Joe Moody. He was at the conference. You live. You live. You live. Talk about your experience at the conference.
Yes, we need more unity to the people.
Talk about your experience at the conference.
Oh yeah, it enlightened me. It opened my eyes up about who I am and what I should be, and the man that I should be.
And also talked about you got a lot of people took pictures of you.
Oh yeah, they thought I was the king. Yeah, they did.
He was really well dressed. And the people that you met too, Joe.
Oh, the people I met, man. I mean, I loved it. But I walked down the neighborhood, everybody see me dressing a long time. I thought I was on the red carpet. I'm used to working.
This is Shim's brother. Shim's brother's Joe.
Yeah,
all right, glad to meet y'all, ladies. He supported his brother at the conference.
Yes.
He actually put the podium together for us too.
Yes, I did.
Yes, so definitely he just came in from work.
No, I'm going back.
I know when he came in, I said, Joe, come on, we're still live. All right, I want you to just talk about your conference. All right, thank you, Joe. All right, so yeah, that's why I had to get him on because he, he wasn't here earlier. All right, so thank you again, everyone, and I'll see you next Monday. Peace again. This is Moorish Monday with Abdullah Il Talimosi Bey on Magnet Pyramid Crystal YouTube page. Please like, subscribe, and share the videos. Not only my videos, but classes, but others as well. Hank has had some wonderful guests on his platform. So once again, Brother Hank, thank you for sharing this platform with us. Peace, everyone.
Islam.
Peace.